Over 1 month ago, I uploaded my 1 week progression video, and if you thought the progress there was crazy, just wait till you see the results on day 30. It's actually insane. You might even think I'm lying, but the truth is, you can do it too, and I'll tell you guys how towards the end of the video. But for now, we have to go all the way back to day 8. I was feeling real good about the switch because I'd finally got most of the basics down, so I wanted to spend day 8 doing what I simply did not practice enough during the first 7 days. Editing. It's probably the easiest thing to do on mouse and keyboard. I'm obviously not going to be this good in under 30 days, bro. What are y'all thinking? I hopped right back into Flea's editing dictionary, you already know, and I spent a solid 1.5 hours in here trying to improve as many different kinds of edits as I could. Then I tried to do my first timed edit course on KBM. I used the same one as I did when I was on controller, and even though I have basically only spent a few hours in total specifically training my edits on keyboard and mouse, it was so much easier to do. Except the part where you had to crank up to max height just to continue the course. That one I struggled with, to say the least. Days 9 to 13, I did exactly what anyone would do and spent like 2 hours each day practicing in Raider's mechanics training map. I used this map a lot when I was still wasting my time trying to get better on controller, and thought it might be a more efficient use of my time now that I've switched to keyboard. Each of these days, I would do nearly every practice drill this map had to offer, and I never let myself do anything else except practice. I was locked in, bro. I wasn't just gonna go back to playing Supermarket Prop Hunt, man. Come on. Listen, my friend, never gonna find me. Oh shit. These were the very days when I was seeing my first major improvement in all areas. Aiming, building, crosshair placement, movement, editing, and piece control. All of these were significantly better than during the first week. I think that's because my general practice routine before was not as strong or strict as it was these past few days. Days 14 to 17, I decided to take a small break from the mechanics training map and focus more on specific things like piece control and actually fighting against real players. Days 14 and 15 were spent mostly doing different piece control drills like I had done before, but this time with much more accuracy. I was seeing much better timing, and I wasn't placing as many builds accidentally and screwing up the piece control altogether. Days 16 and 17, I decided to apply all the skills and practice I had accumulated up to that point and play against some real players in an FFA. I played both the pit and box fights, and here's how it went. Days 18 to 22, I spent about 2 hours every day free building and 1v1ing opponents in build fights, and on day 22, I also practiced my tunneling. This time with editing involved, and it didn't look too bad. In fact, it seems that all that training naturally improved it. It had been a while since I'd last done some 1v1s, and as I was focused mainly on improving my aim and building on those days, this was likely one of the best ways to do so. My aim was still a bit flicky at times, but I was definitely hitting more shots without having to ADS. Comparing my 90s and double edits at this point with the ones on my first week showed me that the progress was real, and insane. My newfound confidence made me want to try some more advanced peaks and even my first high ground retakes. And that's exactly what I did on days 23, 24, and 25. Unfortunately, even after trying my best to do so while freebuilding, I quickly realized that I had bit off more than I could chew. Luckily, Raider 464 had the perfect map that would allow me to successfully practice these building moves little by little until I succeeded. The map contains a free build section, but also 5 different edit courses, easy to impossible. They also involve a little bit of building and side jumps, which are a very crucial mechanic in many retakes, including the ones that I wanted to learn. While I was not very good at the courses right away, it quickly became my favorite map to practice, and I played it each of these days for easily an hour and a half. On days 26 to 29, I did a variety of drills to practice everything I had learned in the days prior. I practiced many different piece control drills on day 26, practiced my free building and editing on days 27 and 28, especially focusing on doing double edits more consistently. And on day 29, feeling excited about being on KBM for nearly a month now, I decided to put myself to the test again and play some more 1v1s. This time I was actually able to fight back well, and I was winning a relatively large number of fights, hitting much more shots, and I was consistently doing double edits now. Day 30. I've finally done it. I wanted to see just how much I had improved over the course of an entire month, and so I jumped into some Tilted Towers Zone Wars, and I simply could not believe how well I was playing. I was clutching elims, tunneling like it's FNCS, and hitting some crazy clips. Well, obviously not that crazy, but you get the point, man. It's only 1 month, give me a break. One thing that I also did on that day before playing was enable stretched resolution, and I ended up sticking with it because it made me feel so much better at the game than I actually was. I definitely recommend it. Here's some gameplay. That's it for my 1 month progression. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're thinking of switching or have just switched, this video right here could be very helpful, as mouse and keyboard can be very difficult and even confusing at times. I wish you the best of luck on your own progression. You could literally be even better than this in a month, and with that being said, later.